trying to be more creative than that. Along here to see if there's anything going on along your breastplate. Another word for
Breastplate.
I know. Most people know sternum too, but
Tie bone. Looks like a tie.
I don't know. I used to say breastbone when I was doing swim lessons to like people that didn't really speak English and they knew what I was talking about.
when you said breastbone,
Yeah.
now I'm gonna have to look, I don't know, Google layman's term. Someone has their phone. Layman's term for sternum. So I'm in this suprasternal notch. Are you gonna look it up for me?
Yeah, I was gonna. I didn't want to be the first.
Isn't that what you want to be?
No.
So I come off of the Fanny does that for us. Here's the suprasternal notch. We come across and we're at his manubrium. And then Mike has a very prominent sternal angle. So you'll feel it and it'll be that horizontal crest. Then I'll come down along his sternum and I'll keep following it down and then there will be his xiphoid process. Okay? Now, to palpate the costal cartilages, trying to feel it. It'll be much easier sometimes. So I'm going to be on the sternum and I'm going to come across. Now, rib injuries are very common and there's something that PTs tend to overlook. And if you are good at assessing ribs, your patients are going to love you. Okay? The ribs in the very top are going to have pump handle action, so they're going to move this when you breathe. And the ribs, the lower ribs, have bucket handle action, and so they come out to the side. So you may even want to just have people take a deep breath in for me. And out. I wasn't very clear in my instructions, was I? Go ahead and deep breath in and out. And what you'll feel for is symmetry of those ribs moving. Now, if I put my hands on the top here and ask him to breathe in and out, I'm not going to feel much motion because the lower ribs don't have that pump handle motion. They only have bucket handle. So you want to do that as well. Now, have you covered rib cage? I should be behind anatomy. So what is the last true rib? 7. Okay. And then what happens? We have the false ribs, and then what do we have are the last two?
Floating.
Okay, so I call them the dangling jads. So they're going to be a little bit easier to help when they go into hanging jads, dangling jads.
Why dangling
Jads? The J?
Florida. God.
No, my bad.
I just watched it back.
So those are going to be a little bit easier to palpate from the prone position. Okay? So these are what you're going to palpate for the rib cage now, and then we're actually going to move into the pelvis for the next slide, so we're staying in supine. Does anyone have any questions about those structures? Okay, so let's go ahead and palpate those. Did you find the answer for it?
It said breastbone.
You did say breastbone, okay?
Breastbone.